Hey guys, what's going on? So I just got this comment today, and they were asking that with Banshee as a main DPS, do you think you could do as well as you do with Blade Dancer, 5 to 6 minutes? So I normally do like 5 to 6 minutes with either Blade Dancer or Treant. With Treant, once I get to like 6:05, my phone starts lagging, and I mean like hard lagging, like not just regular I can't move a scrapper like, or like I can't catch a gunslinger kind of lag. I mean like actual phone lag. Like if you were playing this on a like a super old phone or something, once I get to like 6 minutes, the animation on Treant's attack with like a gadget, with a night statue, with how fast Treant is attacking and how many things are happening on screen with the Treant deck, at around like 6 minutes, my phone starts to lag, and that's a weird reason to not be able to play a card. But that becomes like a serious problem, and I've tried to like figure out things around that, but more or less, I will normally die around that time as well. And then with Blade Dancer, it's just kind of as far as you can push it with a gadget. The only thing to make either of those two decks better is just a legendary hero. Blade Dancer, if you have a Fortuna, the cleanse on Blade Dancer is just so good that you don't need anything else, and so you just need the best damage pushing hero, which would be a Fortuna. You can level up all your Blade Dancers pretty efficiently. And if you don't know how to do that, I just did a video, which is the video that this person commented on, which is everything you do is a decision. And so you can watch that. And then with a Zeus, the only thing to push with Treant, the only thing to push that deck is a Zeus. Treant is all level ups, and so the more level ups, if you had 4 Treants on a tile, on a Zeus tile, and you had the ability to push a button to level them up, and everybody gets stacks, or some of them get stacks, and then you have the Treant button with the Gunslinger Scrapper combination. Like that's the only way to push that deck. It's all based on level ups, and Zeus is the level up hero. That's the only way to do that. So they were asking if he invested in a Banshee, could he get to that amount? And yeah, you can. So I said that I've been getting like 3 to 4 minutes with my Banshee plays. I haven't been serious playing it. I was just like trying different things. I was trying different, like Enchant Sword. I was trying Trapper. I was trying Gunslinger. I was trying, Kobold. I have like a level 9 Kobold. I do think that Kobold is better. But I do think that you need a higher level, and if you have an Enchant Sword, just use an Enchant Sword. If you have a 15 Enchant Sword, just use a 15 Enchant Sword. I'm obviously going to start farming Kobold as soon as it drops into events. But I was getting like 3 to 4 minutes. And the reason that I linked him was because this was a video that I did a long time ago. It's called the Free-to-Play Beginner Guide. It's basically it's 2 Banshee decks going up against each other. One is like a 2k crit and the other is like a 6k crit or something. And it's because Banshee is essentially a free-to-play deck. Everything in it, I think beyond the Gunslinger, and the Gunslinger is really only there so that you can, it's not even there for the attack speed, because obviously Banshee doesn't really care about attack speed. I was trying it out at the end of this game to see if it would even matter. I don't necessarily know if it does, but I definitely know that the Ghost Link doesn't matter either. So I was using High Charisma specifically for the Earth Elemental, because Banshee is unaffected by attack speed. But it is the normal left, right, right. You're using Mermaid, so you don't even need Quick Bandage. So Lucky Shot on just getting extra mana all the time is good. Earth Elemental, Banshee, I was using right, left. I think that is the correct way to do that. Decay sounds better, but you're not using anything else in this deck that uses percentage damage, so you would still need to do 80% damage, and it's just going to be better for you to slow everybody and then do a 15% reduction. And then Enchant Sword is just all right side. and then Scrapper is left, right, right. I did a 6 minute and 30-second game. 625. I lost. Very obviously I lost. I'm doing mage robes, sword. Obviously you don't need spear. You could argue crit bow. If you have a crit bow, you could, I suppose you could use that. I was just using sword, and Amulet of Swiftness. Amulet of Swiftness is so good in this deck because you're obviously not, now that there's at least one tile in the middle, you're never going to have at least one tile, if not more tiles that you're not using. If you decide to use a growth tile or if you decide to use a magic amulet. And so Swiftness is just the best gear for this. And then I'm playing against a, 500 more or 400 more crit than me. Phoenix meta, Reincarnation 2 level 100. Probably has, does he have he has the bubble wand with 3 level 4 with 3 reductions on it. I don't win this. I never thought that I was going to win this, but I did try to play this seriously, and this is the most damage I've done in this game. I'm pretty sure I've never beaten 630. I've never gotten to the heights of 7 minutes. I've always associated that with legendary heroes. Legendary heroes will add 1 to 2 minutes to every game that you ever have, if you're using a legendary hero, just because you're using a legendary hero. And so, yeah, I think that this deck is really good. You can copy this setup. I'm probably going to use it as my thumbnail, if you can even see thumbnails anymore. But yeah, just you can probably just fast forward to the end of this video and you can look at my setup and copy that and then just scrapper away. There's not really anything to this. It's just level up your Banshees, level up your Earth Elementals, and that's it. And it just works. It's you're not even really specifically, there's not really strategy. It's really just what is your board setup, and then just scrapper away. That's really it. There's not, with how easy this was to play, I don't even know if there's actual strategy involved, because I think you could leave a gunslinger and a, what's it called? The one that's in the upper left corner. You could leave a Banshee right there, and then have and then be running a gunslinger, and then scrapper one Banshee to 7, early game, so that you just always have a level 7 right there, because that's obviously going to be our most important one, because it's the closest to the gate. But I mean, beyond that kind of strategy, I didn't really do anything. It was just place 3 Banshees and scrapper away. I don't even really have anything to talk about. That's how easy this deck is. It's really just placement and how many Earth Elementals should you have? How many Banshees should you have? Where should you place your Banshees? I placed them here, and 630, man. I don't know. I have a large quantity of strategy for a Treant deck, for a Blade Dancer deck. I was just copying the person that, when I did that free-to-play beginner guide video, I was basically just trying to, from memory, copy that setup, obviously with Gunslinger instead of Trappers. I don't know if Trappers are better. I don't think they are. I think being able to set up as quick as you can is better than, not being able to. If you decided to run a Trapper instead of a Gunslinger, because that's what you would be substituting. I do think that Kobold is probably inevitably going to be better than an Enchant Sword. Enchant Sword, you're not even getting the attack speed from it, obviously because of Banshee, and that's what Growing Supremacy gets you. You could use the cleanse side as opposed to Eternal Gaze, but I feel like I have so many things on the field that I just like Eternal Gaze, especially just right here, having an Awakened Sword and just letting it sit there, minimizing your scrappers on the field whenever you're about to get a boss, so that it doesn't just keep hitting your scrappers and it hits important things. At a certain point in the game, I kind of felt like it was on the field for long enough, and then I just started like merging out swords, and I felt that was fine because eventually, your enchant sword will start stealing scrapper hits as well, and you obviously want all of your everything else to upgrade to push damage. Your enchant sword being a higher level is not going to do anything for you because attack speed doesn't matter, and so eventually I was trying to eat all of the enchant swords as well, but I mean beyond that, you don't really do anything. I got into a little bit of trouble late game because my timing was off when my gunslinger and my Banshee timing was off. If you use it before bosses, you might not have the Banshee during a boss, and that can become a problem. It's not always a problem. Sometimes you get dumb bosses like a Gorgon or something. Some things that aren't really going to affect you. A King Pudding, a Gorgon. But if you opt to use your Banshee ability before a boss because you get scared of the wave coming in like, you know, midway through the screen or like a little bit more than midway, you should probably never. I think you should probably never use your Banshee ability unless you're about to die from a wave. Because I think most of the time, the deck just pumps damage. I don't know how it does it, because it doesn't have a lot of stacks. It has the 10 stacks from the Banshee, and I don't know, like the amount of I think it's all in the Earth Elementals. The Earth Elementals give bonuses to Venom damage, and when you have as many Earth Elementals as you have, and they're all like attacking everything and throwing the orbs, I think that just multiplies the damage that your Banshees start doing. And then the 15% reduction, or the 15% defense reduction, and the plus 10% from the Spirit of Vengeance. You're getting plus 35% from Solitude. It just stacks damage very well, and you're not even using something that has technical stacks like a Knight statue or like a Phoenix that stacks as well. That's one of the reasons why those kinds of decks that have the ability to double stack are so much better. The Phoenix is getting stacks from itself, and it's also getting Knight statue stacks that keep stacking. I think he had like 100 by the end of this game or something. He had something really high. But yeah, it's crazy, and that's pretty much it. I was running 3 Banshees on the board for a really long time, and then at some point I decided to try to run a 4th. I felt that if you have like if you have 4 on the, you want 3 on the board in order to build the Banshee stacks whenever you summon in the center, but if you have 4 and you get a 5th one, they all shut off, and so obviously you have to keep eating. And you can never really build that last Banshee. It's possible you can run this with 3, but I did want to try 4 and then just keep eating like the 5th one that would keep summoning in, knowing that I would never get the 10 stacks on the 4th Banshee, because most of the work is being done by every other Banshee. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll let you guys watch the rest of this video, and I'll catch you guys next video.